I'm not going to use the mic, so if you guys can't hear me in the back, just go like this and I'll kind of raise up, but I think we'll be okay. Boy, technology. Technology. Where's it been? Where's it going? People sure are buying a little differently than they were 2-3 years ago. And we're trying to imagine where and how people will be buying in 2 and 3 years from now, too. It's going to be totally different. Let me get a show of hands. How many are familiar with text messaging? Friends, family? How many of you have participated in a text campaign from a certain company? American Idol, come on, you voters, I know. That's the way of mobile marketing. I'm going to try and paint a picture for you today in mind of how you can use mobile marketing at your place. I'm going to try and get you to be creative, to think of what I'm showing you, to how it can work for you, and some of the benefits that it might be able to bring. It's not for everybody, but we're finding that it definitely is a business-to-consumer type of application, a very, very powerful application is that. What is mobile marketing? You can get, obviously, several different definitions, dictionary, mobile marketing handbook, but this is something that I put together with a couple of key words here. The ability to effectively communicate with a person or persons who are willing to be communicated to concerning relevant content from another person or company. Relevant content. How many have heard, or how many think, and I want you to be honest, how many think mobile marketing is intrusive? Can be intrusive. Who wants to walk down the street and have something go off, and it be from a taco shop or a car dealership or a strip joint or whatever on your personal piece? I do. The FCC is really, really come down, and they're being very, very strict on companies like mine to make sure that that doesn't happen. They want to make sure that it doesn't turn into email, where, believe it or not, 90% of all emails sent does not even get opened. Okay? And that goes through several different channels. That's a big number. Big number. It tells you how many people are sending emails. Those little pills and the lotions and potions, they need to send millions to get one purchase. So the FCC is regulating us very, very heavily on the fact that don't bother these people. How many of you are reading the newspaper on your smartphone? How many people are going to their smartphone for news and information? Anybody? Okay. We're in an age now where we no longer can go get our newspaper. The newspaper's coming to us. And as shoppers, as consumers, it's going to be that way as well. Not only will we have to go into some place to purchase, but now those products and services are going to come to us via the smartphone. The word ubiquity is one that I had to learn. It means everywhere, all the time, always on, consistent type of definition. And that's what a phone has become, our smartphones. If you're leaving for the day and you are heading down the street and you forget your wallet, dang it. You know what, do I really need it? I'm just going to go do a couple things, I'll be right back. However, same scenario, you forget your phone, you've already made that effort going back to get it, am I right? I mean, that's how personal these devices have become. And for a marketing standpoint, always on, always at hand, always personal, no other market medium out there can connect on that type of level. Why SMS text messaging? By the way, SMS stands for Short Message Service. Same thing as text messaging. There's also something called MMS, Multimedia Service, that contains videos and pictures and barcodes and interactive things. And that's coming down the pipe. There's a few slides here that I have with some stats on it. I think they're printed in your manual. I won't go into too many of them. But in this slide, I want you to see this stat right here. 740 billion text messages were sent in the first 6 months of 2009. In the world. 97% of all SMS marketing messages are opened. Relay that to a direct marketing if you guys have any hands-on experience with marketing. And that's unbelievable. And 95% of those are open within 3 minutes. Think of your own stuff, your own phones. I mean, how many here have unread, unopened text messages? And I guarantee if they're unopened, they're unread. They haven't gone past an hour or two. Because you see kids you've been in here. Got a question?
I'm not familiar with smartphones, but when you get a text message, is it the subject line or preview of the text?
Different phones have different capabilities. Some have a subject line with the body, and some, the subject line comes within the body.
So generally, when I get a text message from my Razor, which is severely outdated, I have to open it.
Okay.
So, otherwise I don't know what
right.
to say.
So your rate just went to 95, not 100%.
Yeah.
Free rate. Incredible. Incredible. And if we're sitting in a meeting and we get a text, we glance at it. No other market medium has that type of impact. This one just shows how people are using their smartphones to access the internet. Starting in 07, ending in August of 09, November of 09. Just how many people are actually accessing the internet on their phones. And by the way, most people access the internet on their phones in front of the TV. Exactly, exactly. We're experiencing a paradigm shift in marketing and advertising. Going from the old way of communicating on the switchboards to the old printed pieces of a car. This is a very, very old ad. It's kind of ironic that these two are now together in what we're now calling apps. I mean, apps is going to be a huge business. What does that mean for you? Do you need an app? Do you need to have a presence on the internet? Do you need to have a presence on the mobile internet? I would say yes, one way or the other. There's a couple ways to do this. You can have two separate, web and what they call WAP. WAP is for the phones. Or you can have one that's designed to do both. Choice is yours. What are people doing on apps? Giving information, selling, providing links to other websites, providing relevant content. Again, the magic key for websites. You know, if we had a magic key to get people to come to our website, we'd all be rich selling that secret. It's trying to engage the client, the end user, into a relevant subject to them. Google has, as you know, gotten into the mobile realm. What does that tell you? It tells me, Google speaks, I listen. They have their own phone. They have their own phone operating system.